So this is episode 45 of my weekly diary, joined by my dog. So this week, it's slightly changing up plans as I had testings and all other stuff as well. So that's more interesting than normal, including 1200 speed testings and gym testings. Also this Sunday, I have the furthest game I ever have had for Dartford Valley, as it's actually further than my college. As my college is about 2 hours away, this is 3. So that's fun. But yeah. So this was my training session of the day. So I started with a 1200 like usual. I think this was my worst one in a while. And I think it was 37. I think it was 6 minutes 37. And then I did some stuff with the bungee cord, so I had to pick up the ball, then run to the try line and try and score it, while my dad pulled against it to try and pull me back. And then we had some more just generalised sprints. I think it was to the 22 metre, and that was my day. So, Tuesday and Thursday. The reason why I'm putting them two together is because nothing much interesting happened. So, Tuesday was resubmissions, so we were all just kind of in class doing what we were kind of told to do. However, we were still waiting for the resubmissions to be put out so we can actually hand stuff in and see which ones are coming out first, which I found out today. So today obviously was a bit longer than that, because all the resubmissions came through today, so that I've now got that to work on, so at least I've got more stuff to do. And I also finally got my boxing, I just realised you can see it in the background, I finally got my boxing video done, so very happy about that. Honestly, it was my second try run through, but when I did finally get the hang of it and like actually talking, I think it went really well, so I'm really happy with it. I ended up doing a 1-to-1 because I thought that'd be easier for boxing, and anything it was only like a beginner's thing, so anything it needed kind of like work with someone, I ended up just doing it. I put my phone against the wall, and so all the video was there. Went through some drills, went through warm-up, cool-down, safety hazards, stuff like that. So that was kind of my day, and that took so long because obviously I was with other people, so we had to go through their ones as well. To be honest, I came on this part thinking I was going to say, oh, Wednesday was the hardest it's been in a while, as it was testing, but honestly, it was one of the best testings I've ever had. 1200, they actually marked out it exactly so we could run it back and forth. And the reason for this is because all the pitches are currently got marks around them, so you can't actually go onto them because they're trying to rejuvenate the grass, which obviously not a problem. It means it's more accurate. But yeah, no, it definitely didn't feel as bad as usual. We ended up doing gym first, which I wasn't the greatest appreciated on because I wanted to get the 1200 over and done with. But I ended up getting gold for plank. So this is Red Rose's kind of scoring system. I got gold for plank because I held it for 2 minutes 10. And then we did side planks, which absolutely suck. I ended up getting gold on my right side, but then I think it was silver on my left. So I got 1 minute 30 on this side and then 70 sank on this side. So it just wasn't my best one for that side, but you always have a strong arm, so that's kind of how it went. And then straight after we went into 1200 and it was raining, which is lovely. To be honest, there was no wind behind it, so it was just kind of just rain with no wind, which is a lot better because at least the rain cools you down and you've got nothing to fight against when you're running. But yeah, to be honest, that felt like one of my best 1200s in a while. I think other than the one where I beat my most recent score. But yeah, and the score for that was 6 minutes 28, so only 4 seconds off my best score ever. So I was really happy with that. Anyway, Friday they're going to do the speed testings because obviously they can do it with the rain as it would interfere. Alright, this is for the USC Mines charity thing. I've been nominated by Max and Liv. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible because I am tired. So, training today, it is Friday, so finally made it home. This one was an annoying day, and the reason why I say this is because, not because of obviously the training I had today, but because of how long it took me to get home. Look at my dog. Anyway, so training today, I had gym in the morning, and they made us a new training plan called muscular hypertrophy, which should be interesting over the next few weeks. So I can imagine myself being quite sore, which is amazing. Then we had speed testing, which I thought went really well. Obviously, I don't know the times yet. I'll get those later on. But honestly, I thought they went really well, and I was quite happy with them. Then we moved on to the actual training session, which was an hour and a half. Now, that's just a really long time to be doing anything. Anyway, we did quite a lot of conditioning, so I think one of our things was running to the opposite 22. Then from there, walking to the try line, so it wasn't that far. And then obviously do it backwards, then run to that. And we did that 10 times, but it was 5, and then we got like a few minute break in between. And then we did like another 5. Sorry, she's begging for attention. Okay, then the next part was, so obviously we had a lot of small-sided games, but like conditioning-wise, the next part was picking a pair, running to 20 meter, running back, running to the halfway line, running back, and you'll do it 3 times, and then you do it 3 times again. But that's with a pair, so it kind of goes, you go 1, they go 1, you go 2, they go 2. Just stuff like that. So it wasn't actually the worst conditioning, it just felt really long considering how long the actual training session was. But yeah, so that, what happened with the trains, because I thought I might as well say. So my first train I go on is normally an hour, and then it kicked us all off, not even at our final destination, which is absolutely lovely. And then obviously the trains there had all been cancelled and everything like that. So it took half an hour to actually get another train. And then that just kept delaying. It should have been like an 18-minute train ride, but it just took nearly an hour. And so I'm gonna, that just wasn't fun. And then I still had 2 more trains to go on after that. So that was just a very long day, which is why I'm so tired. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. Goodbye. And she says goodbye as well.